are some of the authors that have influenced your work the most?
Hmm. I think for historical romance, I'm really a big fan of Tessa Dare. I love like how funny her books are. They're just like honestly, she's one of the writers who always makes me laugh when I read her work. I try to make my books funny as well. I mean, I don't know if how can you ever judge if you've succeeded or not with that? It takes other people have to judge, right? But I do like to put some humor into my work because I like a more lighthearted read sometimes. I also really like Courtney Milan. I would say her books lean more towards like the angsty, but I like reading that too. You know, sometimes I'm in a mood for one, sometimes I'm in a mood for another. I think she does really well like the psychological motivations of characters. She's somebody who really lays that out like in a way that feels really real. I think she has a good understanding of what motivates people and what has hurt people and how they react to that hurt. So I really love reading her characters, reading her books for that. Yeah, I think those are probably my two biggest ones. Yeah.
Yeah, those are great North Stars. And in your bio, you talk about how you moved to Montreal specifically. I don't know if this was a joke or not, but specifically because you wanted to be among French-speaking population. So I'm very interested and curious how that interacts with your writer brain. Like, do you read books in French? Do you ever write in French? Does it inform you at all as you write?
So I don't write in French. I think that would be probably too much of a challenge because I don't know that I'd be able to do it the way a native speaker would. So it would probably sound a bit like slightly off to people, you know what I mean? So I don't know that I would try to write in a second or a third language or anything. But I do like I enjoy a challenge. So when I first moved here, I didn't speak that much French. In Canada, we all have like basic primary education with like a little bit of French in it in schools, but then if you don't keep it up, you don't remember much of it, you know? So that's where I was when I first moved here. I was trying to decide like where to go to law school because I'm a lawyer in my day job. So I had a choice. I was accepted at a couple different places and I was trying to choose between McGill or Toronto. And between the two, I was like, I think I'd rather like go to a place where, there's a different culture, there's a different language, it's going to be a different experience. Like that sounds more fun to me. So that's why I picked Montreal. And then I'm like, oh wait, I don't really speak French very well. I guess I need to do something about that. I do think that learning another language is a good way to stimulate your brain though, and learning about other cultures because language is like the gateway to other cultures, right? Helps you see the world in a different way. So I think that might help in my writing a little bit. Like it helps you, be aware. It takes you out of like your own little bubble, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.